someone communicate to them, right? There's someone communicate. Oh, sorry.
Good afternoon and welcome to Houston, Texas, home of the Collegiate Rugby National Championships. We've got our D2 semifinals starting off here. Coast Guard versus Vassar College. I'm Tim Wilkes, joined by Lance Kavanaugh, and we are just about ready for our first D2 matchup of the day. The Coast Guard are here and they are ready for action. Their first year here in the NCR. Both these squads with the first year in the NCR, but undefeated are the Bears. And they are ready for action. Coast Guard have had the tougher challenge throughout. Coast Guard number 2 sitting on, taking Vassar number 7. And then on the other side of the bracket, we've got Wisconsin Eau Claire taking on the Fighting Illini. We were able to catch up with some of the players before the match. Let's send it pitch side.
Our coach always likes to tell us to get the ball, keep the ball. So that's kind of how we're rolling into this weekend. Just play good, smart rugby, make sure that we're secure in our rucks and just keeping possession as much as possible.
Our coach likes to say on defense, bend, don't break. So we're gonna keep a good defensive line and just keep grinding.
I think that's something about our team that's pretty unique. Everyone is really good about picking each other up and keep going. But I guess if I had to shout out one, it would be Delaney Moyer, our star over there, who basically has been playing rugby her whole life. So she really knows what to say to get us going, kind of like where we can improve and keep going through every game.
It's been really great as a senior to just see the group that's come in and really just gel together. It's pretty exciting, and yeah, we're just excited for the competition for this weekend.
Going in and playing our game, trying not to be too intimidated by where we are, what we're doing, but we know our game, we know what to do, and I think if we trust ourselves, that's really what we're trying to accomplish.
Obviously the coaches, like thanks Tony, thanks Mark, love y'all so much. Shout out to my captains, Julie and Grace, and then shout out to the team, they're amazing.
We are just about all set here. Coast Guard taking on Vassar College here in the D2 semifinal. Who will punch their ticket to the national championship? Vassar College there in the red jerseys, taking on the Coast Guard in the black and orange. Take a look at the Bears from Coast Guard. Led in the front, Jenna Castell, number 5, and McKenna Cowles, also both seniors, leading the way for the Bears. On the back line, we've got the president, Catherine Jenkins, for Coast Guard. Also running the show is Cassie Eagle and Molly Garrett from the 9-10 position.
Vassar, we have Wolf, Ayler, and Authors in the front row. Let's see what this Vassar front row can do against the Coast Guard. Their first line of defense for the forward pack against our line of defense for the United States. And also in the back, we have Robinson, fullback. Let's see how many long strike kicks she can field and take back, really bring the pressure against this Coast Guard team. The Vassar backs are ready to go.
Let's go, ladies.
Remember, folks, just after this match, we will have the other semifinal, Wisconsin-Eau Claire, the number 1 seed, taking on Illinois, the number 13 seed. We've got this matchup ready to rock and roll, and the kick is off, and we are all set here for the D2 semifinal matchup. This one's going to be scooped up here by the Bears, but eventually knocked on, so we've got our first scrum coming here in the first 30 seconds.
Sit back on your seconds, front row, sit back on your seconds.
This is how the table gets set right here, right now. First scrum of the day, and it couldn't happen a more opportune time. First 15 seconds. Let's see how these forward packs match up early on.
These two squads do have a similar opponent that they played earlier in the year. We'll get back to that in just a second as we have a big 8-man take around the side. Goes Showalter. Strong run as Vassar College creep their way to the 22-meter line. And over they go. This Vassar College squad, again, their first year in the NCR as well. Multiple-time national champions, ready to see what they've got here in the NCR. A strong run sets them up in good position, about 12 meters out. Coast Guard almost got their hands on it, but they're able to retain possession. Nice little inside pass. Hits their target. Eleanor Jacoby. Now off to the right-hand side again. Wolf. Strong defense from the Coast Guard to start this match off. Tim Wilkes and Lance Kavanaugh taking you through all of today's action. Strong run. Again, this Coast Guard squad so good throughout the year, undefeated, and they only gave up about 22 points the last few weeks, only 24 on the season. So their defense is one of the best parts of their game, but right now they got their hands on it. Can they take it away? No. Vassar has options there on the left-hand side. Nice little pass, keeps things moving. 2 meters out now. Coast Guard tries to hold them up, but they're able to keep moving. There go the Brewers off to the left-hand side. Nice little cut. It doesn't look like they were able to get it down. Able to keep things moving. Possession alive here for Vassar. Vassar College looking to put the first points up on the board. Diving over, and they are in for the try. The Brewers from Vassar College go up 5-0 in this D2 semifinal.
That is a barnstorm if I've ever seen one. To take advantage of the knock-on and to immediately phase your way down the field, using size, using speed, deception, passing plays out the back. They even got to the point where they were using audible deception with fake dummy liners yelling and screaming with hands up for the ball. This Vassar team looked like they were well equipped to compete against the United States Coast Guard Academy's team, who are undefeated on this year, hoping to give them their first loss in this national D2 women's semifinal matchup.
As we take a second look at it here, there's the pick, diving straight back over the defensive line, and they are in for the try. So the Brewers strike first. The squad out of Poughkeepsie, New York, out of the Tri-State Women's Collegiate Rugby Conference. They did not win their conference this year. They had 2 losses actually in conference play, or 1 in conference play to Columbia, and then in the conference final they lost again to Columbia. Columbia is the number 5 seed. And again, both those matches were close, within about 8-9 points each time. But then the similar opponent actually is Columbia as well, as it was the Bears, taking them down 48-17. So if we just look off of the similar opponents, Coast Guard might be the stronger side, but a big try there for Vassar College to get us moving, Lance.
Absolutely. And if this Coast Guard team has success against a team that the Vassar squad has lost to on multiple occasions, that screams a big boost of confidence, but it only matters in between those lines on the day. Can the Coast Guard get those 5 points back? and find their way into a national championship appearance tomorrow.
Senior government major Cassie Eagle will get us moving here from her scrum half position. Able to work this way out. Off to Garrett. Nice little skip pass, but they're unable to scoop that one up. Knock on there off the paws of Mallison. Turnover back to Vassar College.
And this is something that I think can scream what this game might end up being. Vassar, again, set piece, scrum. First time it was on the left side of the field. Now it's on the right side of the field. Can they have similar results and get 5?
This Vassar College squad not too shy when it comes to national championships. They won the D2 championships back in 18, 21, and 22. So they've got a good burst going here in the first half, already up by 5 with 5 minutes gone by. Looks like this one's taken away by the Bears. Driven back here in a maul. Good work on the defensive side by Meta McKinney for Vassar, but it's the Bears that are able to retain possession just inside, about 30 meters from their own try line. Strong work there. Knesny could not break the line though. Get it out through Eagle. Almost able to split the defense there through Garrett. But so far that Vassar College defense is holding strong. They're able to get it all the way to the outside, and some space opens up here. Good run here from Anna Green. Strong takedown at the end, ball goes forward. Knocked on and a turnover ball, but we see just how quickly the Coast Guard can strike.
Absolutely, they got that ball all the way outside and really put pressure on this Vassar's outside defenders. Those back 3 seems like they'll have to be ready. I mean, 2 passes, skip pass there, and now it's off to the races. Good job, bend but don't break, as they said earlier in interviews. But we'll see how this game goes. This is an exciting first couple of minutes.
A couple of really nice skip passes there from the fly half for the Bears. Molly Garrett, civil engineering major. A couple of really nice ones so far. Not rolling away is going to be the call there, trying to get out, but definitely clogged things up, and now Vassar takes advantage. Nice little run. Support arrives just in time to keep things moving. Coast Guard almost got their hands on that one. A strong counter ruck, but Vassar's throwing a few more numbers at it. They can go to the far side. Authors, the junior, 2 tries on the year. Now we'll take it through with Geller. In this Vassar College squad led by Tony Brown. Brown, 28 years. He was also the 2018 USA Rugby Coach of the Year. He has led this squad to a great season so far, and they are looking to cash in and push their way through to the D2 National Championship game. Strong defense still from the Coast Guard. A couple of strong bursts now. Annie Adams takes it in, nearing the 22-meter line. Each time gaining a little bit more. Nice progression down the pitch here for the Brewers. Over the 22-meter line they go. This time it'll be Skakel, the senior. Takes it into contact. Off to the right-hand side, trying to go weak. A lot of strong phase work here, up over 10 phases already. Little dummy. They're able to find contact there in the center of the pitch. Good bend, but don't break mentality here for the Coast Guard. But a strong run from Vassar sees them inch a little bit closer. Big collision there in the ruck. Julia Wolf holds strong for Vassar College. 4 meters out now, the Brewers look to double their lead here. Brewers are gonna have a penalty here off of the hands in the ruck. They're able to get it in. Looks good from here, and the referee's whistle sounds. Vassar College up 10-0.
Just like that, 2 times she quick tap, found herself with the advantage to go fast, and on both times she capitalized. First time with a long break, getting about 15, 17 meters for her Vassar side, and right now the quick tap allows her to slide and skate in to add 5 more points to this lead. And look at that collision right there to protect the ball is one thing, which is great. But the recognition, referee calling the penalty, realizing where exactly she's standing, right next to the ruck, at the 5-meter line. The presence of mind to go quick, and the leg drive and determination to get all the way over and in. What a fantastic team try, but great try at the end. Scrum half being aware of the circumstances. That's what you need from your 9. Absolutely.
Sophia Bailey, the sophomore English major, has 14 tries now on the year, tied for the team lead with Asia Baker, the flanker. But strong work there from Sophia Bailey. As you said, just field presence and knowledge, knew exactly what to do with it off the quick tap, found the weak spot in the defense, and eventually got it down here for Vassar College. So the Coast Guard in a bit of a hole here. They get this back underway again. Little backspin on that one. Vassar is able to continue possession. Looking out to the left-hand side. Gets it to Showalter. Showalter with 4 tries on the year. This Vassar College squad really spreads it around. Just about everybody in the starting lineup has had at least 1 or 2 tries on the year. On says our referee. And again, it'll be Bailey. Gets it out of there. Inside center, Jacoby crashes in. Coast Guard did a very good job of keeping that door shut. Just tackle after tackle. And this time not releasing is going to be the call. There's another quick tap for Bailey. Right through the teeth of the defense. Not 10's the call. Another advantage being played. They'll pick and go through the advantage now. And the authors, psychology major. 5'9" junior, a force there in the front row. Vassar College, Bailey goes weak side, looking for some space, but they're driven out into touch. Strong tackle will come back. Advantage still being played from the not 10. So Sophia Bailey getting it done and leading the Vassar College Brewers so far.
And this Vassar team is playing with a tempo that really shows the experience of that side and really shows their ideas on attack. I mean, the quick tap, 3 straight opportunities to quick tap, taking it. Once it was able to slow down, referee calls it back for a penalty. Now they kick it out of bounds. But they are already playing at a fever pitch. They're already playing at a high speed. They look like they have the ability to run this Coast Guard team off the field, and it looked like that's exactly what they're trying to do.
You're waiting for a sec.
Really got to give it to Coach Tony Brown. They're playing, looking like an experienced squad out there, but really on the back line, they've got 3 freshmen and another girl playing out of position. So they've pieced together this team, but they are really clicking on all cylinders, up 12-0 here in the semifinal. But the Coast Guard stretching their legs on the near side of the pitch. They're able to get rid of it into the hands of Mallison. Strong run that time from Koniski. With a huge run, flipping the pitch here for the Coast Guard, their first real attacking opportunity at the 10-meter line now. Scooped up by Cassie Eagle. She'll get things moving off to the right-hand side. Rumbling charge here from Emma Biggs.
Penalty advantage, not rolling away, 8, that's enough.
Not rolling away the call, so an opportunity here for the Bears to strike. Maybe pull out a trick here, advantage being played. There from the fullback, McBrayer.
Penalty advantage, new one, 5 in from the side.
So a few penalties in a row. Vassar College getting driven back right now. A new advantage being played here for the Coast Guard. Right through the teeth of the defense. Jenna Castell, the senior, making it happen, but a strong counter ruck blows things up. Penalty advantage is still being played, so we'll come back.
Mark is here. 5 in from the side, 5 in from the side.
Call from our referee, and Coast Guard look to play it quick. Just a little bit of a warning there, making sure that ball leaves the hands on the tap. We'll go out to the left-hand side this time. There's another little skip pass that hit at the feet, though. McBrayer couldn't hang on to it, but it's scooped up there by Mallison. Mallison's able to retain possession for the Bears. We'll look near side. A couple of really strong runs here from Jenna Castell. Number 5 getting into the action here early for the Bears. And we thank you so much for joining us here on the Rugby Network. Tim Wilkes and Lance Cavanaugh taking you through all the action here in the D2 semifinal. Their strong run, Catherine Jenkins, club president, coming in from her center spot, and the other right in there as well, Kineski. She's had some amazing runs in this set of phases. And off to the side, Garrett. It's the best bit of possession, Lance, we've seen from this Coast Guard squad. Do they have enough in the tank here to come away with their first score of the match? To the near side, penalty advantage being played, dotted down. Kineski is in for the try. She had a couple of big runs and dots it down for the first try of the match for the Coast Guard.
She is already sliding from the very beginning. Rose says, I am going to go where I need to go, Kineski, with a long run earlier, but now, with the ball played all the way out, tackle here, called high by the referee, doesn't matter, offload away, and then it's just a foot race to the corner. AR right on top of that, giving a thumbs up. And this grounding right here, oh, that is top tier rugby as we've seen it. AR right on top of it. Try for the Coast Guard. Way to cut into this lead early in this half.
That's exactly what they needed. Finally were able to string together quite a few phases. And that lady right there was the star of the show, Kineski, out of Buffalo, New York, Lancaster High School, the civil engineering major. 5'2", has been all rumbling through this defense here in the first half. They're able to cut into the lead. 12-5 your score, if the conversion no good. Lance, after we saw so much possession there from Vassar College, nice to see a little burst from the Bears. Absolutely. They are ready to rock and roll in this one.
Absolutely. We're looking like we're going to get a really good game here today.
Nice take. Molly Garrett starts things off for the Coast Guard. In this Coast Guard squad coached by Sarah Price. And just recently, back in November, she was the NCR Coach of the Month. So congratulations to Coach Price. And this Coast Guard squad again with a big line break over the midfield stripe. They're able to keep it in play. Kineski snags this one out of the air. She's over the 22-meter line. She's a little bit stranded there, though. Vassar College is able to rip it away. Good take there from the wing coming in. Danny White, the junior, rips it away, but the Coast Guard are right back on it. Good run there. Castell off to Boggs. Inside the 22-meter line, U.S. Coast Guard down by 7, looking to strike yet again. Taken there from Mika. Stifled right at the 22-meter line. Off to Castell. Some good runs for her so far. 17 minutes gone by in this match. Pass a little bit off the mark, but they're able to keep things moving into the hands of the fullback, McBrayer. McBrayer around the side. She's got 2 to beat, a couple with her. Decides to cut inside. Taken down just a couple of meters out. She's got to retain possession here. Gets it off. They're able to keep things moving. Well done by Coast Guard to be able to keep it going. Here to the near side. Through 1, through 2, and they're in for the try. Alexandra Madison, the sophomore, gets number 2 for the Coast Guard.
What are we watching? We might be looking at one of those games that goes down in rugby history. Already in the first 15 or so minutes of the game, we have 4 tries, a back and forth battle, and right here, easy as she does it, commit the defender. No need to stress over it. You have the overlap. That pass cut out 3 or 4 defenders. Easy hands. And right now, Coast Guard with a real opportunity to tie the game and really make this game what it might be, deserving of a national championship appearance.
Kineski from the corner, unable to hit it, so still a 2-point lead for Vassar College. But as you mentioned, this one has tightened up quite a bit here. The ladies from the U.S. Coast Guard finally coming out of their shell a little bit, showing why they're undefeated on the season. This program was started in 1999, looking for their first NCR championship this year. And Lance, really a tale of two different styles. We saw Vassar College really march their way down. I think both times really exceeding that 10 phase. But then we see the big burst of speed, two quick tries from the Coast Guard. So a nice contrast in style is really coming to fruition to make a great game so far. This one's off the hands, went forward. Vassar College are gonna have an opportunity, taken back away, but advantage was on. We'll have a scrum to Vassar College.
Absolutely. And one of the things Coast Guard did on that last try was they got turned over deep in the attacking end, real opportunity to score, and literally a phase later they were able to get the ball back for themselves. Those kind of things are lifesavers and really help you later on in games to know that when it really goes down to it, you can stand up and make the play for your side.
See what kind of strength Vassar College has here in the scrum. Nice stable platform to work from. We'll take it off the back with Showalter again. Hands it off there. Bailey, the scrum half, takes it in. A little high, says our referee. So advantage again being played. No advantage gained. So we'll have a high tackle. Quick tap here. On for Vassar College. The Brewers try to punch it in. Up by 2, looking to extend their lead. Nice little run there from Asia Baker. Baker with 14 tries on the year. Team's co-leading scorer. So how quickly she can inch towards that white stripe. Coast Guard working hard with it. They're able to scoop this one out the back. Nice steal. Vassar tried to return the favor, but now a little quick stab kick through the defense is going to send Vassar all the way back into their own half of the pitch. Not a whole lot of support. Need some red jerseys to come back and help her out. They're able to secure possession nicely. But what a nice kick. Move that, gained 45 meters, sent Vassar College back, and the Brewers have to reload again.
Again, opportune time to get a turnover, opportune time for the team to step up for themselves.
Oh, the Bears were sniffing the ball there, almost had it. This one ends up collapsing though. Was in possession of Vassar College initially, so they will retain possession. Midway through the first half, Lance, it's a 12-10 score in this semifinal matchup. Remember, folks, stay tuned right here. We've got Wisconsin-Eau Claire taking on Illinois at 4 p.m. Central Time. And thank you so much for joining us here on the Rugby Network, live from SaberCat Stadium in Houston, Texas. Two teams that have never won NCR, their first year in the league, looking to punch their ticket. One of these two teams will be in the national championship. Another nice run around the side from Sophia Bailey. Scrum half has been a bright spot so far for Vassar College. And Lance, when they've got ball and they've got possession, they're a very dangerous squad, both these teams just fighting for it.
Absolutely, and forcing Coast Guard to make these mistakes just to go quick, gain another 15 to 20 meters right here, and maybe even more with a crazy, towering run by Asia Baker. But yeah, this Vassar team is really showing up, especially confrontationally offensively.
So last time they were down here, though, it was the Coast Guard able to rip it away, and they do so again. Back-to-back defensive stands inside their own 22, but unfortunately this time they knock it forward, and it will be Vassar College with the scrum and attacking possession.
I'm starting to really be impressed by both sides for the little things, the counter-rucking by the Coast Guard, especially the timely counter-rucking by the Coast Guard when they find themselves on their heels of their own try line to get the ball back is exceptional. But Vassar and this tempo that they're playing with, this confrontational pick and go that they're playing with is really fun to watch right now.
Referee will blow this one up, get things reset, as again, safety always the most important thing there in the scrums. Big thank you to all of the referee societies from around the country helping out here this afternoon. So we reset. Almost 24 minutes gone by in the first half. It'll be Bailey with the put in. She's able to scoop this one off the back and look to find some space here on the right-hand side. Wheel charges through from her outside center position. Good defense keeps things slowed up here for Vassar. Pick and goes now. Nice tackle, takes Geller to the deck. And that constant pressure from the counter ruck starting to make things happen. This one goes backwards. Picked up there by Showalter. Showalter out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And again, the third time we've seen the Coast Guard poach it away from inside their own 22. This time the kick not as successful. It's scooped up and they're charging right back at the teeth of the defense. Jude Robinson, dragging defenders, 5 meters out now for Vassar College. Already up by 2, looking to extend the lead. We'll bring things in, we're looking for pick and goes. The referee's gonna blow this one up, gives the penalty, and for the second time it's Sophia Bailey diving in, saw the gap and took it for her second try of the match.
Sophia Bailey, the English major, must have spent that time reading the law book of World Rugby because she understands completely. If there's a penalty inside of the 5 meter line, find yourself at the 5 meter line, quick tap it, and you might see yourself going against a defense that is not ready. 2 times, Sophia Bailey finding herself with an opportunity to score, and she takes it on completely. Great play by her, but the return from the kick by Robinson set them up after the Coast Guard did a great job getting the steal, clearing their lines, getting some space, but Robinson ate that space away immediately, and with the conversion kick, good. Vassar seems to extend that lead that they have now. What an amazing set of play we've been seeing so far.
Jude Robinson, the fullback, had one popped over her head previously. Learned from the mistake, make sure she was back far enough. She was able to take that one at full pace. As you mentioned, Sophia Bailey, with that quick tap, defensive line was still backing up, trying to retreat behind the goal line, and she did it so quick right in front of the referee, so he would let her go. And another easy try for Vassar College, built on tough, hard rugby, working their way down the pitch. They posted up inside the 22, and finally it paid off for them. They were able to get back on the board after 2 consecutive tries for the Coast Guard. It's Vassar College with that converted kick, now up by 9. 19-10 your score. Pick and go off the left-hand side for Vassar College. Coast Guard looked like they were in good position for the poach there, but a high tackle is going to be the call. Another quick tap, and here she goes again. Bailey right into contact, drives the defense back 7 meters. Sophia Bailey, only 5'4", but the senior is making her presence felt out there. Pick and go down the weak side. Able to find a little bit of space and land. So these pick and goes getting 5 to 10 meters each pop. Another big break. Here goes Robinson over the 22. 3 tacklers have to bring her down. They're able to retain possession. Nice support there. Now Bailey with the bump, moves it a little bit closer. 9-point lead with 13 minutes left to play here in the first half. Vassar College muscling their way down the pitch. Nice form on the tackle. I believe that was Castell. Got low and drove him back. Vassar College so close here to extending the lead yet again. Ripped away. Coast Guard look like they've got it. I believe not releasing going to be the call there. No, they're going to give it back. It's actually Vassar that get the penalty. Bailey almost had her 3rd on the quick tap, recycles it back, and then Vassar are able to get in. 4th try of the match, and the Brewers extend their lead now 24 to 10.
I'm gonna be honest, if Sophia would have scored on that try with the quick tap again, I might have lost it here in the booth. What an amazing awareness. Unable to get there, just short, but teammates there to support. I didn't get the number of the try score. When we get that, we'll make sure we share it with you guys. But quick, and by this time, Coast Guard are smart to it. They're aware of the circumstances, they're aware of the situation. Stop Sophia, but they can't stop the next lady up. and she puts a try in herself.
Kenny there from her flanker spot gets right underneath the defense and dives in for the try. So good work there from Meddy McKinney, the Hispanic Studies major out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, the sophomore, her third try of the season. Vassar College clicking on all cylinders. Lance, we saw 2 tries for Vassar, then 2 tries for Coast Guard, now another 2 for Vassar. Back and forth we go.
You gotta love these kind of matchups, right? Almost unpredictable. We know Coast Guard has it in them. They just have to get the ball back. They have to somehow be able to retain possession for more than a phase at a time or just to kick it away. But I think Coast Guard has a lot of fight in them, and we'll see those Bears attacking again really soon.
Almost able to get their mitts on that one, but knocked forward, says the referee, as Konecki almost went up high and snagged it out of the air.
Yep, just short of the 10-meter line, so there's the option of the center scrum. Looks like they're going to take it. Vassar is going to take it. And wow, that was almost another opportunity for Coast Guard to get right back on the front foot again.
Scrum time has been a good one for Vassar College. Does look like they've got a little bit more muscle in the pack. They've been able to hold strong on each of their scrum possessions, their put-ins, and another easy one here. But all that power could go the other direction. Coast Guard so fit, so smart, and they are able to take it away yet again. So if one team is never going to be out of it, it's the Coast Guard. They've got fitness to lead them the full 80 minutes. They've got a knock on here in their first scrum with 10 minutes left to play in the first half.
This half has actually been going prior really fast. I did not know we were already 30 minutes into this game. What a roller coaster we're on. But yet again, Coast Guard might be leading the turnover stat. Every time you look up, they're taking the ball away, they're poaching, they're counter-rucking. Coast Guard defensively might have to step up in the middle of the field for the pick and goes, but they're doing an exceptional job getting the ball back for themselves.
Strong push from the Brewers, blows things up at the back, but they're able to get it out of there. Drake Duvall gets it off. Hope's able to make that pass out to Molly Garrett. Close to a high tackle, but not quite on the shoulder, says the referee, and we'll play on over the 10-meter line now. Go Coast Guard. Bears with the pop pass. Hit him in the hands and went forward. So unfortunate penalty there, just trying to keep things moving. They have been better off playing the smart play and just holding it up, but again, a 16-point lead for Vassar College is not what you want if you're the Coast Guard.
Not at all, especially in a game like this where emotions are high and the game is the most important game of your season. 16 points down isn't insurmountable, but the time to turn the switch on begins now. They need to get points before this half ends.
Another easy scrum. They're able to get this one. Nice little pop pass. Hits Bailey over the left-hand side. Bailey with the big bump. Gets around one. Second defender finally drags her down. She's able to retain possession and gets it back to Showalter. Vassar College, just nice little burst. These pick and goes we saw earlier today in one of our previous matches. Lance, those pick and goes, they can be real slow and methodical, but kind of a different breed of those pick and goes here for the Brewers as they are finding big gains on a lot of these, really searching for those gaps, not just going the same way each time.
Absolutely, and not only finding them, but manufacturing them, forcing multiple defenders to make a tackle, and the space next to the ruck is opportune as ever. The pick and goes are quick, and Sophia Bailey is finding herself half gap breaks and full breaks. It seems every 5 or 6 minutes. They need to find someone to keep an eye on her and make sure they're aware of what's going on when she's near the ball.
Scrum down here. 16-point lead for Vassar College. Again, both of these squads, it's their first year in the National Collegiate Rugby League. Looking to make their presence felt early and often. But it's Vassar College. Looks to be the better one here, and 33 minutes gone by, but there's the offload. There's the spark plug. Konecki over the 10-meter line, but a big tackle from Jude Robinson. Vassar College are able to come away with it. What a great hit and good support to be able to get things back for the Brewers. As always, that Coast Guard squad is ready to pick it away, ready for the poach almost every time. Caitlin Boggs almost got her hands on it. It's the Brewers still in possession. More pick and goes. Stop there was Skakel. Now over the left-hand side, Asia Baker, team's co-leading try scorer, keeping things moving for the Brewers, and now there's a nice little burst. Up to midfield, but it's scooped away and pitched out of there. Looked like it might have been good. Hands in the ruck is what's called. I don't know, Lance, that was a close one.
Yeah, that was close. I think maybe she could have had the steal if she just kept it in hand. But once the ball gets pulled out, the referee sees that it's hands in the ruck sometimes. So you win some, you lose some. But good job for the Coast Guard, still applying that defensive pressure. Tackle is made. Maybe not a clear release, but
Really
maybe
there.
ref got it. Maybe the ref got it.
When you come in and as soon as you can't touch the ball, as soon as you are part of that ruck and you make connection with the defense. I thought at first maybe she got her hands on it before that contact was made, but pretty clear there. And now they're able to take this one though, but a quick knock on again slows things down for the Coast Guard. And we're gonna have an offsides penalty here. That one was actually knocked on and then picked up, and right there ready to rock and roll is Sophia Bailey. Bailey through one, takes on that second defender and keeps things going for Vassar College. Bailey, the spark plug, keeps blowing through this defense, and the Brewers, 5 minutes left in this first half. So smart right there. Knew they weren't gonna get anything, just bring it back and reload on the pick and drives. 7 meters out now. Nice repelling tackle from the Coast Guard. This one open a little bit, but Vassar able to retain possession. Nice takeaway though, just like that. Cassie Eagle, the senior, shows her rugby intelligence, got her hands on it, and gets the Coast Guard moving. They need to get 90 meters here, 4 minutes left to play in this first half. A try would be huge for them to get this comeback up and rolling. And they scored 2 consecutive, they were down by 2, but 14 consecutive points here for Vassar College, see them up in front. Another kick, nice little catch there from Robinson. She's able to take this one right back inside the 22-meter line for the Brewers. Vassar College in those red jerseys working their way down the pitch. 3.5 minutes left to play. Vassar more than happy to just hang on to possession here and let that time trickle off the clock. Another pick and go. Off to the right-hand side goes Lauren Showalter. Look at that, right through the defense. Big rumble from Asia Baker. Nice inside pass, hits Jacoby. 5 meters out now for Vassar College. 3 minutes left to play here in the first half. Another run right through the defense. Andy Authors, 1 meter out, and they're in. Relentless stuff, picks and goes, and you called it. It's Bailey again, her 3rd try of the match.
Once again, we're saying Sophia Bailey's name for having the presence of mind next to a ruck, to knowing what the tempo needs to be. Defender makes a good tackle, but no one is really prepared for the next ruck. Maybe they're waiting for another pick and go, but she wastes no time, immediately grabs at the ball, dives over for her 3rd try. I mean, right place at the right time can be said, but I think it's just presence of mind of knowing the situation. Hands right on the ball and right over. Determination wins, and Sophia in the first half with her 3rd try.
She just finds those gaps and catches the defense napping there. Couldn't cover that post quick enough. Sophia Bailey gets the hat trick on the day. Got to give a shout out though to big number 3, Andy Authors there. She paved the way, marched through a good 4 meters, and then set up Bailey for the try. 31-10 with 1.5 minutes left to play. Wow, Lance, we did not expect to see such an offensive explosion from this Vassar College squad with 31 points in the first half. 5 tries up on the board so far.
And we still know that Coast Guard can score. That's the part that makes it even better. It's still a competitive game regardless. Coast Guard just needs ball retention.
And if you're just joining us, first 2 tries were for Vassar, but Coast Guard showed how quick they can get things going with 2 fast tries in response. They were down by 2, but now we've seen things starting to unfurl a little bit. 19 unanswered points for Vassar College. They continue to push forward, just get right back into this set. Now, Lance, I saw them a few years back, called one of their matches. They did this exact same thing, slow and methodical. It has been something that has worked for years for Coach Tony Brown, and right now Vassar College in the driver's seat in this D2 semifinal matchup. 30 seconds left to play. Another quick pick and go. The ferocity coming through here for the Brewers. Keep things moving. Slow it down a little bit. The huge shove to clear possession there. Skip this one, find their target. That's Jacoby. Excuse me, that's Wheel. Los Angeles, California. Gets things moving. 40 minutes gone. Final play of the first half. Vassar College, they've got one way they're going here, Lance, and that is north and south. Another big rumbling run as Vassar College look to put an exclamation point on what has been an incredible first half of rugby.
Absolutely. And it's not just the picking and goals. It's not just the physicality. The way they're presenting the ball, the timing of their rucks, everything seems to be, oh my goodness.
And they're in. Try number 6 for Vassar College. Asia Baker gets in and shows why she was the team's leading try scorer coming into this match. And Baker punches in number 6 for Vassar College.
Everything is working. Everything is flowing. They are literally bullying the Coast Guard off of the field right now. The stretch to ground that ball. Look at the contortion to get that ball down. The ability to finish. And not only have Vassar found a way to disrupt Coast Guard's ability to get hands on the ball and to retain the ball, but they also found a way to score by going directly at the heart of the defense of the Coast Guard Bears. That was a phenomenal first half. And I want to see how does Coast Guard respond in this second half to not only pull back into this game, but sneak a win to go to the national championship.
Let's send it down pitch side. Tyler Doige, what you got for us, bud? Again, it was a great first half of action. Vassar College showed their muscle, showed their might throughout the first half. We will step aside and we'll come back for the second half of action here live from SaberCat Stadium in Houston, Texas.
Check. got the hits.
We got the kicks.
Oh God, that looks way too good.
The passes.
The athletes.
And the fans.
We got the pride.
And the passion. All we need is you.
I use Thorne products pre and post workout to maximize my recovery, muscle growth, and make sure that I can be my best self on the field.
Thorne's a supplement company that I can trust. They're NSF certified for sports. I know that I can take this and know what's in their product.
I use their protein, get my muscles nice and big.
The products I use with Thorne have minimal ingredients. They're high quality, they're clean, they're batch tested, taste amazing, and it made everything in my recovery and my performance better.
If you're not recovering off the pitch, you're not your best self on the pitch. Thorne gets me there.
In our game, we play with our hearts. We don't play with sticks, bats, or gloves. We don't wear shoulder pads or helmets. We keep playing when it hurts. And we leave everything on the field. What we wear must be built for our game.
Welcome back to Houston, Texas. Coast Guard taking on Vassar College here in the Collegiate Rugby Championships here for NCR. We're live from Houston, Texas, in SaberCat Stadium, 40 minutes gone by, and it's Vassar College up 38-10 on the Coast Guard. Tim Wilkes here with you, joined up here in the booth by Lance Kavanaugh. And Lance, what an incredible first half. It was a back and forth game, and then Vassar College exploded for 4 tries.
Exploded for 4 after exchanging 4 between the two. I mean, for it to be a 10, excuse me, a 12-0 game, then a 10-12 game, and now an explosion of points from this Vassar team. I'm looking for the Coast Guard to really step up this half the way that they did in spurts in the first half. And it seems like they're locked into the job. If there's ever a group in this earth that you would not want to quit on you, as an American, I would have to say it's the Coast Guard. Let's see if they keep it up.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I said earlier. You know their fitness is going to be at a premium here. Let's see what they've got left in the tank to try and push forward here. Down by 28 points. Ooh, high tackle. Easy call there for our referee, and a quick penalty, an opportunity for the tap and go here for the Coast Guard. Bears go around the side, strong run there from Grace Castell. Excuse me, that is Castell. Another good run out from the wing, Mallison. Good start here for the Coast Guard, but again, catching it just a little too flat-footed, allowing the Brewers time to come up and hit them behind the gain line. This time they'll spread it out a little bit quicker, all the way here to the near side. They've got a gap there. Through the defense they go. Strong run here from McBrayer. She's taken down. Last 2 defenders did their job, but it's lost forward in the tackle, so Vassar College holds strong, scrum down back to the Brewers.
And what a great defensive save by Jude Robinson. That has to be her 3rd try-saving tackle. She has really been playing as what Americans would say free safety, taking care of everything out back. Anyone gets past the line, leave it to her. Just support her for the next offensive attackers. There she is making a tackle, forces a knock on. Amazing, amazing bend but don't break defense.
Jude Robinson with 3 tries on the year. Sophomore making her presence felt out there. Now Bailey's going to come here to the near side. Nice little pop pass to get it to her. Off to the wing. They got to keep off of that line. They're able to do so. Well done tiptoeing the line that time by Danny White. Now the look to the right-hand side. Nice little inside pass. Hit at pace by the inside center, Eleanor Jacoby, the freshman, right through the gap. For a couple more meters for Vassar College. This is what we saw through the first half. Lance, just unrelenting possession here from the Brewers. Strong tackle that time. Anna Green drives the attacker back, but Vassar continued to push forward. Another inside ball here to Jacoby. Back to the exact same spot she got a few phases ago. 3 minutes gone by in the second half. Again, if you're just joining us, these two teams have been strong all year. For Vassar College, they lost their first match of the year, but that was against D1 Penn State. It was a 59-7 win, but really kind of showed them what they've got to do to be able to be one of the top teams. They had 2 losses, lost to Columbia University twice this year. Columbia sitting at number 5 in our NCR standings, but then Columbia took on Coast Guard, and it was a big win for the Coast Guard, 48-17. They were able to beat a team that took down Vassar twice this year, but everything out the window. When you step onto this pitch, it's a brand new game, and Vassar College have shown their heart and spirit throughout. They continue to march down the pitch here just outside the 22-meter line. Slow and steady is just fine with them as those seconds tick off the clock. And their 28-point lead looking better and better as we move forward. Julie Geller, senior, chemistry major, getting into the action. A nice counter ruck.
No, go ahead.
Initially there. Another strong play there from Anna Green from her winger position. She gets out it again, almost got hands to it. Vassar College is so technical and so tough coming up and securing possession. That time it was Asia Baker that got into the ruck. Authors has it ripped away. Nice little take there from Akers. Akers dishes it off now to the fullback McBrayer. McBrayer tries to find some target on the outside, able to do so. The winger around the corner. Mallison over the 50-meter line. Nice pass, hits the target. Konecny all the way in. She's gonna get her second try of the match. Looks to dot it down between the posts. And the Coast Guard, just like that, creeping back into this one, 38-15.
Guard are gonna need plays like that more often. Defensively, we've seen the Coast Guard absorb and take multiple pick and goes. When they finally forced a turnover, it was a foot race, getting around the corner all the way, and the offload to Konecny, who has always, for the length of this game, been one of the featured players for the Coast Guard. They need her to step up big and continue to play the way that she has. Her second try of the game. What a fantastic turn of events for Coast Guard.
Exactly what they needed to step into it. As you mentioned, I really got to give it to their defense. They were working hard. They know that the only way to get into this match with Vassar playing that style that they do, they have got to get tough in those rucks, coming away with poaches, giving everything they have. And there's a player right there, Avis Akers, number 1, the junior mechanical engineering major out of Maine, was able to make that tackle, able to rip it away. You see the sideline. They are getting excited here and ready to maybe make a bit of a comeback, but they've got a long ways to go against a tough Vassar College squad.
Absolutely. And Coast Guard were having great success counter-rucking and getting poaches straight off of tackles. It seems as Vassar has found a way to counter that. But Coast Guard, always smart, always one step ahead, found a new way to get the ball back. Just take it straight out of the attacker's hands. And here we are now, 7 points with a chance to get even closer and fight for an appearance in the national championship game.
Vassar get us back going again. 7 minutes gone by here in the second half. it through, able to keep things moving. Cassie Eagle, the scrum half, played a good game so far this time. She takes it, hits her forward pod there of 3, and they break the gain line. Good rumble there from Boggs. Backwards pass there, keeps things moving out to the wing. Find the fullback McBrayer. Brayer's had a couple of nice bursts on the night. Able to continue possession. Nicely done, over the gain line, over the midfield stripe. They just got one. Again, they had 2 consecutive tries in the first half to get their way back into it, get close to 2 points. Now Konechny again through the defense, over the 22-meter line. Tackle almost made there. Robinson did a good enough job to stifle the attack and slow things up. Now Vassar College. Another defensive stand is going to need to be made. They get it outside. Here goes Castell. Castell with the offload to McBrayer. Into contact. Very good tackle that time by Dermashkin. Right at the 22-meter line, Vassar College continue to lay the blows down in the defensive end. Now Konechny over on the left-hand side. Caught that one a little flat-footed, not able to get up to full pace. Here's a charge from Garrett. Molly Garrett has it ripped away in the tackle, did not release in time. Well done there for Vassar College. Their opposite number, Zoe Lynch, able to poach that one away. Thought we might get 2 quick tries back on the board again for the Coast Guard. A good defensive stand from Vassar College. Lance, they continue with these pick and goes, just right into the teeth of this Coast Guard defense. So much speed out there for Coast Guard. Seems like the right play to just continue this slow ball.
Absolutely, and they seem to have it set up in such a way. 3 or 4 pick and goes, get it out to the backs where they run this scissor play at a steep angle. Working great, but Sophia Bailey again showing up right on screen, popping out, and back to what gets it done for them. Pick and goes, pick and goes.
It's such a different thing when you have a prop coming at you, but then when you have a scrum half, it seems like, okay, smaller should be able to make this tackle, but they're able to get around you in ways to be able to cut right through the defense. When you have a scrum half that can attack right up the gut like that, it makes everything open up. And then you've got Asia Baker lowering the blow and charging her way down the pitch. Over the 22-meter line, they go through Adams. This pick and go train moving, got repelled that time, but again, red jerseys always around the ball, always there to secure possession. Bit of a knock on there in the ruck, but we play on. Scooped up on the right-hand side. Authored out of New York, comes around the side. Defensive stand here, Coast Guard looking to push them all the way out into touch. Our referee, line judge, right there on the spot, but good job by Vassar to get it out of there. Through the defense they go. Fullback came in and caught that pop pass, was able to break the gain line, keep things moving. Scramble forward a bit, but a good shove forward to secure possession for the Brewers. Sneaking up on 11 minutes here into this second half of action. 7 points up on the board here in the second half for the Coast Guard Academy. And another take, beautifully done again by the Bears. Some strong work as they were starting to get pushed around there inside their own 22. They'll take another stab kick at this one. Bounces around, finally hits there for the Coast Guard. Nicely taken there by Garrett. Hands in there as a scramble for it. Konechny did a great job fighting for it, but eventually had to back off. So the Coast Guard again, down by 21. 3 converted tries is what they need to get back into it. But Vassar College just so tough, continuing to pound forward. Run there from Authors again. Saw her set up the try earlier that Bailey was able to jump over the top of her to dot it down. 5 meters out now. Bailey swings it to the right-hand side. There's that inside ball. Crash in. Believe that was Jacoby. It's been working well throughout the match. As you mentioned, Lance, a couple of phases inside and out there to Jacoby. Keep it going. Nice tackle again. Pushes Vassar back. Now Bailey tries the near side. Beautiful little pass. Things open up. And Dermashkin gets her 5th try of the season. Leah Dermashkin, another try for Vassar College.
Doing what a winger does, holding the space. Leah from Yonkers just went bonkers, adding 5 more points to this lead. The pick and goals have been working. The pick and goals has been condensing the defense. They know it's there. Rarely do they go out. Bailey picking the ball up on a loose ruck, finding the option. The scrum halves vision to find that perfect option, know exactly where to go with it. Pass out wide, and the lady from Yonkers adds 5 more points to her team's total. The use of the pick and go, the use of getting to the backs just to go back to the inside, repeat it, has its effect, and an additional 5 points added to this lead. What a great bit of phase play. But there's a few things I've seen so far. If the Coast Guard finds a way to turn the ball over without being so deep in their own end, they have an advantage spatially because the Vassal offense is so condensed that if they get it wide after a turnover, they're going to find success. But when they're deep in their own end and they're forced to kick it out to clear their lines, as we just previously seen happen in the last 2 minutes, it still leaves them vulnerable for a counterattack or other options to happen for this Vassal team. I say hats off to this team structurally. They're doing a great job with this pick and go offense. Coast Guard, so explosive and being held so restrictive so far. It's going to be an interesting last 25 minutes.
Offensive explosion here from Vassar College. 3 tries already for Sophia Bailey. And as you mentioned, Lance, so many times they are pounding it right up the gut. Even Sophia Bailey as well. If she gets it, she's going to find that hole through the teeth of the defense. But then she changes things up. She goes to the outside. She looks for her support, and things opened up beautifully. She's able to get around like 5 defenders that were covering that post. And excellent effort. A 43-17 lead here for Vassar College, and they're going to look to extend it a little bit more. And Adams with the drive there around the left-hand side, gets him in again to attacking position inside the 22-meter line. Here's Bailey, again, right up the gut, fighting her way through against props. But the scrum half continues to move. Vassar College, 15 minutes gone by here in the second half, 43-17. Plenty of work to be done for the Coast Guard, but they've just got to get the ball back. Vassar College, so much possession in this match. And they continue to push forward. Skakel gets driven back. Nice double tackle from the Bears. And they're able to make her lose it forward. And so a scrum down to the Coast Guard. And they need to strike quickly here with about 25 minutes left to play.
Absolutely. This little bit of play right here is a bright spot for Coast Guard. They went through their pick and goals. They went out to the backs and still found a way to stop everything that their opposition was doing. The Coast Guard Academy right now, the Bears have to bear up and find a way to get points on the board.
See if they're able to push their way forward. They haven't had too many put-ins to the scrum throughout the match, and the last couple times we've seen it, Vassar College with a huge shove, so they'll have to get it out quickly. Could put in here for Eagle. It starts to go backwards, and they're able to scoop it off the back. Nicely done there by Drake Duvall. Taken there by Garrett into contact. Ripped away by Vassar College. Bears look like they might be able to get it back, and eventually Vassar College comes in from the side, and a penalty awarded to the Bears. Thought about it for a minute, decided to take that quick tap. They're able to get it to Boggs. See, another quick penalty here, not rolling away the call. Caught on the opposite side of the ruck that time was Geller, and now the quick tap again, straight at the teeth of the defense. think, Lance, they've got to try and suck him in here and spin it out wide. That's where they've had the most effect here on the offensive end.
The space is there now. They have to go left now. The space is there. Got to capitalize at these moments.
They're able to do so, and a beautiful burst right through the defense there by Mallison. Mallison has had an incredible game, but on the defensive end, Jude Robinson is a force in that fullback position. The Bears still in possession. McBrayer trying to push her way through, but Vassar College come right back and take it away again. Coast Guard love to use the ball on the outside, but sometimes their support just isn't there in time. Out there on the wings, and here goes Bailey again, right at the defense, running by everybody. The fullback comes up to clean things up. McBrayer with the big tackle on Bailey. So he'll just get back into this form here, pick and goes. Geller almost had it taken away, but strong hands kept possession. 22 minutes left to play in our first D2 semifinal matchup. Again, right after this match, 4 p.m., 50 minutes away, it's Wisconsin-Eau Claire taking on Illinois to see who will face probably Vassar College in the national championship here on the D2 side. Strong work. Vassar College getting low, driving through. They're able to retain possession. Ball's out, says the referee. Vassar College continue to push. Another nice burst through the teeth of the defense over the 10-meter line. It's pick and goes. You never know which way it's coming to. They're so quick and explosive coming out behind the ruck, but it's the Bears that are able to take it away. Looking for some space here on the near side. Knesny, maybe a forward pass there, but it's scooped up. That one definitely was, and Vassar College now have an attacking advantage here. Get right back into their phase play. You mentioned earlier, Lance, just the relentless nature of them trying to, they know they've got to place that ball in a good position, keep it away from the defense, and their technical ability has been great in these rucks throughout the match.
Absolutely. I mean, the coaching is there. The stretching that they do to place the ball has been paramount to the success they had with the pick and goes. You might see a bit of it here because she's been known for it. Look how much she reaches to get the ball back to her team's side. Everyone seems to be doing that or finding a way to shield the ball. An extra roll, an extra spin is always something to give that support a little bit more time. But their ability to reach back far, look at the length that she has on that. It's just phenomenal to watch, and it shows the success they're having right now to keep ball retention the way they have throughout this game.
Yeah, and it's exactly what they needed because we've seen the intelligent play from the Coast Guard. They've always got somebody right there, but Vassar have just been relentless, and they continue to push forward here. Another big ruck that time. Asia Baker lowers the balloon to seal it off.
I mean, they essentially turned this game, Vassar has turned this game into a let's see who's tougher contest. And it seems as though they're winning. Very confrontational in every way that they can be offensively. No need to space the field out if you have to deal with us in these 7 to 8 meter channels. And Coast Guard, as you can see, they're walking back. They're not as giddy to get back to the defensive line. They're not coming off the defensive line. It seems to wear and have an effect on this Coast Guard team.
If you're Vassar, I mean, how are you feeling at this point? You are pushing your way through every step of the way and making your presence felt out there, but this time they end up losing it forward, and it'll be a penalty back against them. Man, this Vassar squad has shown that they've got exactly what it takes to beat down this Coast Guard team. 17 points up on the board for Coast Guard, but they've got to strike quickly to maybe get an opportunity to get back in it. Nicely done. Knesny over to the outside. Burst through from Mallison. Able to get around one. Another strong tackle by Robinson. Knesny continues to push forward. Challenge to get it out of there. Definitely offsides there. Looked like number 2 there was way in an offsides position. Play on, says the referee, though. Unfortunate there for the Bears, but they're able to come away and finish it off, take it away, earn the penalty, not rolling away the call, and the Bears back in possession. Tap and go, takes them over the 22-meter line. Avis Akers with a strong run. Now to the near side they go, through the hands of Garrett. Out to the fullback, McBrayer. McBrayer just dragged down from behind. Good tackle there from Eleanor Jacoby. Scooped up at the back by Eagle. Decides to go out to the left. Almost took it all the way in there for the lock. Now they're coming around the outside. Possible obstruction there. Got a little bit shaky, but they're able to keep things moving. Good work there from Mallison. Now another carry for Castell. Castell has it ripped away, but illegally done so. Not rolling away is going to be the call, and another opportunity penalty here for the Coast Guard. Player down for Vassar College. 17 minutes left to go in this match. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Rugby Network. We already saw a couple of good ones go down this morning. It was St. Bonaventure with the win over Endicott College, and Wisconsin Platteville came away with a big victory over SUNY Cortland, setting up a good one tomorrow. The Bonnies taking on Platteville in what should be an excellent match there tomorrow morning. And Lance, we've seen a good bit of rugby here today. Houston SaberCats Stadium has been a great home for us. We'll take a little look here at some of the previous plays of this match. Lance, why don't you take us through it?
Well, right now, you can see how complicated these ruck situations have been. But when the space is there for Coast Guard, they can make the best of it. How quick Sophia Bailey has been opportunistic is a word to describe her throughout this game, creating opportunities and scoring a hat trick in the first half. Obviously, the Coast Guard has the ability. Look at the grounding on this try for the Coast Guard Bears. Phenomenal skills on both teams, but one team seems to be screaming from the mountaintops their demands and their standards.
Monica Nesney with 2 tries on the day for the Coast Guard. They're able to move this one through off the quick tap. Now they'll look to try it all the way on the far side of the pitch. Gets it into the hands there of Mallison. She's been a game breaker on the outside as well, already with a try to her name. Off to the right-hand side goes Castell. High tackle there. Castell runs pretty upright, and that time they went up and tried to get her around the neck. Now a game breaker here. Jenkins all the way through. Catherine Jenkins gets the try for the Coast Guard as they're creeping their way back into this one, 43-22.
Catherine Jenkins grooving and moving, and oh my goodness. K-A-J, what a way. Did you see the move to get through the line? She is, oh my goodness. Off to the left. I'm sorry, your ankles are no longer yours. They belong to the Coast Guard. What a move. And could you please take a bow after you score that try? Score the try and take a bow. What an amazing move and try for the Coast Guard.
Conversion is good as well. 24 points up on the board for the Coast Guard. We've talked about it throughout this match, Lance. If anybody is going to have a little bit of extra juice left in the tank in the last 15 minutes, it's this Coast Guard squad, but they have had to exert so much force in this pick-and-go strategy against Vassar.
The question is whether or not that pick-and-go strategy depletes themselves. Does it affect the way that they're able to play later in games?
So we'll get back going again. There's the kick taken up there by Drake Duval. Hope marches her way over the 10-meter line. As the Coast Guard look to keep things moving. Doyle. Vassar pretty good in their own right at the poaches. They're going to have to really be careful, and they're able to get it in the hands all the way on the outside. Konechny, she already has 2. Gets it off beautifully there to Mallison. Mallison over the 22-meter line, and they're going to come back for more. Mallison in. Coast Guard getting their way back into this match. The semifinal is tightening up now, Lance.
Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Miss Mallison, where's this madness? What are you trying to do to us? The roller coaster we've been on. 2 early tries in the beginning with Coast Guard scoring 2 immediately. Now they've shown again they can score back-to-back. Jude Robinson, who's usually sound back there handling anything that spills through, unable to make the tackle, and the Coast Guard with back-to-back tries. This is getting scary. This is going to be a thriller all the way to the very end. The Coast Guard would not go away quietly into the night, but instead they rage, and this game is squeaking closer and closer. And the confidence of this Coast Guard team, if they can keep possession, is clearly there.
That was Alexandra Madison, the sophomore, marine and environmental science major out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Gets it done. Konechny there, number 13, was involved in that action as well. Tightening up now. This one eventually does trickle over the 10-meter line. It's a 12-point game. Vassar College looked dominant throughout, but the last 2 tries for the Bears.
And for the record, Konechny's been a part of everything in this game. She has had her hands all throughout anything the Coast Guard has done positively. As we see her step up to kick the ball out of bounds, she has been someone that they can count on, and they have been able to count on her. She has shown up in multiple ways today, and they need her for these last 12 points in the last 14 minutes.
Referee, a couple explanations here. Warning there for Vassar College as it will be the Bears getting ready for a line out. Down by 12 with 14 minutes left to play. Caitlin Boggs, a sophomore, gets it in, but Vassar College is able to take it away. And the Brewers rumbling forward again, getting this train rolling. Eventually knocked on there in the ruck. Sophia Bailey pulls this one out, but we'll have a scrum down back to Vassar College.
My blood pressure is rising. The anxiety is building. This game is turning into something magical. Both teams have to show up big time. Even though one is down 12 points, even though the Coast Guard is down, they have the ability to not only tie, but take over with enough time on the clock they have.
We were sitting at 43-17 just 7 minutes ago, and now another turnover back to the Bears. You can feel the momentum shifting here in SaberCat Stadium.
This last 10 minutes that we're going into could find itself being the best 10 minutes of the weekend, how this game is shaping up.
First opportunity, they've got to be able to get this one out of the scrum. There's been big pressure from that Vassar College scrum throughout the match.
And as you see on this,
yeah.
Jude Robinson, Konechny, both of them have to do big work for their team to come out on the other side of this.
Put in there, and there's the shove. Came out the side and picked up by Bailey. Must have came out just behind the flanker's leg. Bailey scoops this one up, knocked forward though. So Vassar College with a big opportunity there, but they ended up losing it. Turnover back to the Coast Guard.
I'm gonna have to reiterate. I gotta reiterate. I have to let you know my blood pressure is up right now. The butterflies in my stomach have started to begin. This game is turning into a pressure cooker right in front of our eyes as subs begin to roll in. Can these be the impact subs to change the game?
I think you're having some issues over there. Coach Sarah Price, we saw her on the sideline. The nerves just all over the place here in Houston. The down by 12. Again, this was a 43-17 match just about 10 minutes ago. Can the Coast Guard complete what would be an incredible big-time comeback here? They lost it forward, though, and it kind of starts to slow down before they can really get things moving again.
10 minutes left. Your season is on the line. If ever a moment to step up again. We've seen them score 2 quick tries multiple times this match, so it's almost believable that they can do it once again. But this Vassar team is not going to go away. They're not going to give you anything, and the pick and goals are coming.
Incredible stuff here is, again, this Coast Guard squad has had one of the tougher paths in this tournament. They had to take down Columbia, who's number 5. They had to take down Roger Williams, who is number 4. They sit there tied at number 2. But the Coast Guard have met an opponent that they have not faced this year, and Vassar College continue to push forward. 43-31 the score. The Brewers still in possession there. Make sure they stay inside that touch line. They're able to do so. A little bit of a delay there, and a big ball there from Robinson. You called it, Robinson. We thought she was just going to be able to make the plays on the defensive end, but there's the spark plug they were looking for. Vassar College moved their way down the pitch, 5 meters out now. Tough to be able to retain possession, but they've got advantage now. There's a push through. This would just about seal things with 9 minutes left to play. Another advantage given there. So we'll come back for a penalty. Coast Guard have to back up behind the goal line. Bailey not able to take the quick tap that time, Lance.
They have decisions. They'll go with the quick.
Boom, big try. The team's leading try scorer gets it again. Asia Baker out of Columbus, Georgia, the senior, takes it home for Vassar College and extends the lead now to 17 points with about 8 minutes left to play.
My blood pressure now lowers just a bit as Asia goes in, easy as it is. The quick tap, charging forward, found a weakness in the defense and attacked it, and gets the try down. That was a very crazy last 10 minutes we just had. And maybe this will cool everything down, or maybe this will just add to the drama, because we know that this Coast Guard can step up big time.
They're not enough on it. But Vassar College are able to extend their lead. Beautifully so. Again on that try. Well done there by Asia. As Miss Baker took the quick tap, and man, she had 3 ladies coming right at her. She was able to step around the side. And if you're the Bears there, you've got to come up as a full line. They didn't do so. They had 3 charging up. She got around those 3 and was able to easily lay it down for the try. 52-31, Vassar College on top here with about 7.5 minutes left to play. Quick little mistake though. Another quick strike, give the Coast Guard an opportunity to inch their way closer. Right at the defense goes Caitlin Boggs, the sophomore. Strong tackle there, repels them back. Now they'll try to find some space on the left-hand side. Passes a little bit off the mark, flat-footed there. It'll be a penalty given. We'll come all the way back for it. Time is off. 7 minutes left to play here in our first D2 semifinal matchup. Again, coming up right after this one, we'll have Wisconsin-Eau Claire taking on Illinois. Wisconsin-Eau Claire, a dominant force last season. Their final 3 games of the year in the NCR playoffs, they didn't give up a single point. It's been a tougher season for them this year, but they are ready to become back-to-back champions. The Fighting Illini will be right there waiting for them. Again, we'll have that match in about 30 minutes. Right now, 7 minutes left to play. It is the Coast Guard using their hands all the way to the far left-hand side of the pitch. Nicely done, Lily Rivera. Her first action of the night. Now back to the near side they come. Nice skip pass all the way out to the wing to Green. Anna Green spins past one. Continues to work her way down the pitch, dragging Dermashkin with her. And the penalty is going to be given
I
A
think he's
battle
going to
for
the
it right in the
pocket.
middle of that ruck.
I think he's going to the pocket. And look at the fight that Rugby does, taking care of business, and a yellow card. Not rolling away, a yellow card given.
Didn't quite see who they were able to get on that one. It looks like, I thought it was number 2 there, Geller. She will exit there. So down to 14 here, Vassar College through the next 6 minutes of action. Can the Coast Guard punch in one more and bring this deficit a little bit down? Right now, Knesny again drags defenders with her. Look to set things up. Eagle out to the right-hand side. Right back inside where they started. Vassar College spreading the field. See what the Bears can do. Over the top they go again. Needed one more pass. They're able to get it around the side. Here comes Jenkins. She had a fantastic try about 15 minutes ago. Now they'll come again. Through the hands of Castell. She gets it off. Here comes Jenkins. 4 meters out now. Can the Coast Guard punch in another one? Just over 5 minutes left to play. Castell right through the defense, gets repelled back. Scooped up though. Doyle dives in for the try. Big time try by Reagan Doyle. The freshman dots it down for the Coast Guard.
They need to hurry up. They have the advantage for the rest of the game. They have a number advantage thanks to that yellow card. 5 minutes left. You just cut the lead down right now to 14 points. Get this conversion and hustle up right now. This is a great opportunity for the Coast Guard to take this game at the brink.
Another big tackle there by the fullback Jude Robinson for Vassar, but just the relentless nature takes it across. There for the Bears. The kick is good. Flags go up and they creep just a little bit closer. Lance, how's that blood pressure handling with you now, bud?
Thank you for reminding me. Now I'm gonna go get my blood pressure medication. I gotta get this thing down. This is not healthy. The back and forth game we've seen has created a level of nerves that I haven't had commentating or watching the game in a while. The season is on the line and both of these teams have women warriors ready to fight to the bitter end. I am enjoying this greatly.
Feel the tension in the air here in SaberCat Stadium. And now it's Coast Guard again. They knocked it on. Turned the ball back over to Vassar. And even with 14, you let Vassar get back into their phase play. It's going to be tough to get it back.
Absolutely. And I believe mentally, I want to double check the score. 57-36.
So converted try. I think we were up to 31. Dig in on that and get it back to you. But right now it's Vassar College. Able to work it all the way through. Showalter around the right-hand side. Strong take there. They'll move their way up. Yeah, I think you're right, Lance. I think there was a conversion. I think we're at 38, but still a long ways to go as Vassar College on top here. Good work to get it all the way to the outside here because Nesny gets it again. But Vassar College working incredibly hard to get to the outside. Only have 14 on the pitch. Can they have enough here as it's knocked forward out into touch? Good work by the Brewers. And they are just minutes away.
Whenever they need an opportunity, a moment, whenever there's a moment for someone to step up to make a play, it continues to happen. Coast Guard so explosive on these edges, getting the ball to the edge and attacking on those outside channels of the 15-meter. Somehow, this Vassar team gets a knock on, forces a turnover with a scrum to come as we step to under 2 minutes left in this game.
Vassar College have been so strong in those scrums. They're able to get that one out of there again. Slung to deck that time, Sophia Bailey. Right back into it they go. Grace Skakel Good work. 38. Good work here. Vassar College letting that time tick off the clock. 38-48 your score. After that conversion, the Coast Guard have been able to inch their way back into it. 10-point game, minute and a half left to play. Vassar College just relentless on the offensive end. They are not going to give that ball up. Back into it, pick and go, another 5 meters. Another action there from Skakel. The senior keeps things moving. This one goes out, open, available, says the referee, but it's scooped up by who else? Sophia Bailey, so smart, takes it into contact and keeps the march moving for the Brewers. So close here, Lance. I mean, at this point, it's just a straight march down the pitch. Coast Guard have got to find a way to come up with the ball. Good effort again from Vassar, creeping up towards that 22, and we just don't have the same hit in these counter-rucks that we saw earlier in the second half from the Coast Guard, leaving it all out on the pitch, down by 10. 20 seconds left to play. Vassar College milking the clock. There's no quite a victory formation in rugby, but if there was one, it would be these pick and goes. And Vassar College have come out in this match, continued this pressure, this victory formation throughout the game, and now they keep pounding, but it's picked away again. Konechny takes it back. We are over the 80-minute mark, so this should be the final play of the match, but the Coast Guard still want to end it with an exclamation point. Over the 22-meter line they go. Little handoff there, finds Molly Garrett. Garrett takes it nicely over the 22-meter line. They get back to work. Need to get it outside. Konechny has been the big spark plug. Also a try from Mallison and Jenkins. The back line has been strong. See if they can get things moving. Again, a one-woman advantage still for the Coast Guard, but this Vassar College team has been relentless on the defensive end ever since that card popped up. Continued phase play here from the Bears. Now they find a gap through McBrayer. McBrayer over the 10-meter line. Tries to dish it off. It's a knock-on. The referee will take a look at the watch. We show 81 minutes, and that will do it. Vassar College, the 48-38 victors here in our D2 semifinal. What an incredible match we had there, Lance.
We are so blessed to be able to watch a game of two teams leaving it all on the field when everything's at stake, their season's at stake. Vassar pulled out the win, but this Coast Guard side deserves an applause and deserves a lot of respect for the way they played. As we look at Asia Baker and Sophia Bailey getting ready to talk to our guy on the field.
Good stuff. Let's send it down to Tyler Deutsch down on the pitch.
I'm here with VC, Sophia Bailey, and Asia Baker. Absolute try-scoring machines. I mean, Sophia, when I talked to you yesterday, you basically scored more tries in years you've been playing rugby, and now you're headed to a national championship. How does it feel?
It honestly feels crazy. If you'd asked me over a year ago, I would not have been able to tell you that this was going to happen, but it's all because of my team. I can't do anything because I can't do anything if they're not there and they don't do their job first. So it's really all for them. So yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you had a hat trick in there. How did that feel on that last one?
Honestly, it was just amazing. Coast Guard's always a really tough team. I love seeing them because they are going to bring the aggression. But yeah, it's been just really amazing, and I'm so excited to celebrate with our team and get ready for tomorrow.
Awesome. Well, you guys said yesterday that you're going to come into the game with calm and poise, and you did that throughout. Congratulations. Go celebrate with your team. We'll see you guys at the championship. Vassar College for the Division II. Back to you guys.
8 tries on the evening here for Vassar College. They come away with the big victory and punch their ticket to the D2 finals. Second semifinal coming up next at 4 p.m. It's Wisconsin-Eau Claire taking on the Fighting Illini out of Illinois. We'll step aside and we'll come back with more action here in the NCR back from Houston, Texas. Thank you so much for watching.